Were you, or were you not, on a gay cruise?
No, you're 120% dick fit.
Everybody at that age, they're sperminator.
Yeah.
Because we don't care about anything else. We're a walking hard on looking for a hole.
That's. I have to say you're right on that one. Oh, my God.
A stiff breeze comes through the room and you return the favor.
Gonorrhea. No. Somewhere on the outside of this building, there is a hole where squirrels come in.
Better than a hole where dicks come in.
Yeah, better than that.
Going down the stairs to wash the laundry. What the hell? Shh. Pizza. Stop! Stop it now! I order you to stop! I'm still touching myself.
Yeah!
All young bitches want to do is pop pills, smoke weed, get drunk, lay around, suck dick, eat hot Cheetos, charge they phone, get a sew and weave, twerk, be bisexual, eat McDonald's, wash they pussy in the sink, lie, take selfies, and talk shit through Wi-Fi because they phone never on.
I think washing they pussy in the sink is my favorite part. The Vietnamese trade in dongs. Figuratively and literally, I'm sure.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
I did decide to look it up. 500,000 dongs is a good night for Pop's ex.
Like most women, he's an emotional thinker.
Good God.
I mean, that's part of the problem we're having now in our society is we have a bunch of emotional thinkers that want the world to, to fall in line with their emotions. It's not. Look, reality doesn't give a shit about emotions.
It's my lived truth. Fuck your lived truth.
No, it's not. It's your perspective.
Kiss my ass.
Literally like, hey, Sergeant Pop, you got to turn your bear suit. I'm like, over my dead body. No. Just give me a statement of charges. Yeah. You're never getting this back. Yeah. You can suck it.
I'm going to wear this with my Russian coat.
you will bury me in this. Hey! Why you gotta fucking be like that, man?
Because I'm an asshole, and I learned from the best. I'm sitting across from him, and I'm pointing at you with all four fingers.
All right, first of all, the Russian jacket is World War II surplus.
I'll send you a picture of it, Sarge.
Yeah, okay.
I got you standing wearing it with holding two giant buckets like you just collected all the chum from behind the dump dumpster at the bar, and you're going to go home and make ice cream out of it.
What's up, savages? Terrence Bob here with another episode that actually is live from the lair. All right, now Blake and I and Battledorf and I have covered this subject quite a few times, and we are actually going to cover it yet again because of the craziness that just took place in Paris. Now, let's just be honest here. The mass migration that has taken place into the first world countries out there is part of a globalist agenda to take away the sovereignty and the culture and money away from said countries to weaken the world, to turn everyone into a wage slave. That's just my opinion. All right. Now, we also have some craziness taking place in England right now. Apparently, we had an individual get stabbed and then handcuffed and passed away because of that lack of medical coverage or care. And I'm just wondering, at what point are these first world countries going to say enough is enough and rise up against this? Because it's getting to the point where that needs to take place. We have countries that used to have almost no crime, like Sweden and the Netherlands, who became the rape capital of the world. What in the hell is going on? The people of this country, the first worlders, need to wake up and say, enough is enough. Third world people coming into a first world nation en masse is going to wind up with that nation becoming a third world nation. We've fought too many wars. We've gone through too much horse shit to have that happen. All right, Battledorf, bring it in, man.
What? Huh?
Bring it in.
Hang on. Where'd button pushing monkey go? I know he's there. I just texted him.
I'm here.
Oh, there he is. You're not showing up on the screen for whatever reason.
Yep, hang on.
That's fine.
Also, I want to let everyone know that we have been remonetized on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's right.
Like literally yesterday, I was doing my usual plotting to take over the world.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at YouTube up on the big screen, and then this little pop-up comes up, and I'm like, oh, we're part of the partner program again. Okay. And then I texted Blake and I asked him, I'm like, hey man, just make sure, confirm it's real so I don't jinx it. So we're going to do what we can to stay on YouTube for this entire stream tonight.
Fuck those guys anyway, though.
Hey, come on now. Don't be doing that. So this is
don't get me started.
Hang on. I got to put this out too.
Oh God.
We had like $1,300 when we got demonetized 6 weeks ago. That money is up in smoke. So I'm not going to pitch a bitch about it, because as far as I'm concerned, it's money's well spent, so I can stay in front of you guys and hopefully save some more dudes from self-deletion using logic, reason, truth, and comedy. So there you go. All right.
We got the original Redonkulous Twitter channel working again as well, and I'm going to see if I can get a fundraiser going on that one there. And then we've got a bunch of other irons in the fire. 2 quick sidebars this evening. I figured out how to make chicken McNuggets.
Huh. All right.
Which makes me happy. The other one is, and this is a farewell and watch ended for none other than Lieutenant Colonel Bruce P. Crandall. For those of you who don't know who he is, the helicopters in the background should be a hint. I will read his actual incident. Born February 17th, 1933, which means he died at the ripe old age of 83 and change. Life well lived. Why this guy is still alive, I have no idea. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Crandall is a veteran Master Army aviator in both fixed wing and helicopters. He led over 900 combat missions during 2 tours in Vietnam. That's a lot of missions, in case you didn't know. Where is the... Yeah, in January 1966, during the first combined American and South Vietnamese Operation Masher, Crandall, while under intense enemy fire with only a spot flashlight beam to guide him, twice dropped his Huey through dense jungle canopy to rescue 12 wounded soldiers. For his courage in that incident, Crandall received the Aviation and Space Writers Helicopter Heroism Award in 1966. But this is the guy from the movie We Were Soldiers, okay? Lieutenant Colonel Crandall is the guy from the movie We Were Soldiers. He really flew in and out and pulled 70 guys out of the Battle of Yadrong
While shot.
while shot and being shot at by himself. Well, him and his helicopter crew. But that one helicopter went in and saved 70 fucking lives under intense, insane gunfire.
Like somewhere between 8 and 10 insertions under enemy fire.
Yep. I
believe it was he went through 2 or 3 helicopters as well.
Yeah, I've been through. I've been through. Jesus, I met one of the survivors of Yadrong, a guy named Richard Martinez, and he actually mentioned Colonel Crandall because that guy is like a legend to all of the guys who made it out of there alive that day.
Yep.
So your watch has ended, sir. Godspeed. Job well done. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
got
get
that out
on with the shit show. That was worth mentioning. He passed a couple of days ago, about 6 days ago. But in Paris, just this past weekend, of course, they had the football going on. Everybody likes the football over there. We call it soccer because football is football and soccer is gay. Anyway, apparently they decided that they were going to riot like our sophisticated urbanites are known to do from time to time.
Minnesota.
When they win a sports event. We had several of these riots in Detroit back when the Pistons actually won, if you'll recall.
Yeah.
Flipping cars and stuff down by Wayne State.
They didn't burn any. I don't believe they burned anything down, but
they burned a car or two. At any rate, riots ensued. All of the press, especially Le Monde, which is, oops, that's the wrong tab. That's the right tab. My bad. Football brings us together. That of euphoria intense on an electrified body after PSG wins the Championship League. That was the headline the night Paris was fucking burning. The European media and the American media are such pathetic milquetoast weaklings that one of the greatest cities on earth, Paris has been around a long time. It's been around 1700 years, maybe 1600, somewhere in there. It's very old. And it's burning and it's occupied by foreign forces.
Yep.
And we were celebrating the football. I don't get the media. How controlled is the media? It's got to be absolute for them to not report on something this fucking horrific. The next day, they're like, where did it go? Violence amid PSG celebrations is punished with prison. Are we living in a society of chaos? No. On Monday, that was yesterday, trials were held for some of the 890 people arrested across France after Paris Saint-Germain won the Champions League. That's their premier team. They're still making it about soccer. One of the people arrested, Ibrahima B, name redacted, obviously, was arrested shortly before midnight at the traffic circle in the middle of Champs-Élysées in Paris. A squad of mobile gendarmes saw him in the middle of a crowd of about 100 people, allegedly firing fireworks at them. This is how they're describing what you're about to see, because they weren't celebrating football, okay? They were doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is how it started. Okay, that's a burning car.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of other shit burning in the background there that you can't see.
Well, I'm just doing a quick look here. We've got Notre Dame got burned down.
Yep.
The cathedral.
600 churches in France have been burned so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that little incident there that you saw, well, you see, here's the thing. This is what it escalated to. That's not fireworks. Did you hear that boom?
Yep.
That's not fireworks.
No, that was a firearm of some type.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could have been a flashbang. Nah, it's not deep enough for a flashbang.
It was either a weapon or somebody's attempt at an IED of some sort.
Uh-huh.
Would be my guess. Some kitchen sink IED bullshit.
Yeah, and if you think this is going to get any better, if nobody takes any action, you're out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah. Fiery, but mostly peaceful.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are these things? Well, here's a boatload of them arriving from France in England. France, Italy, and England are filled with these, and Spain now too. Spain's absolutely screwed. It's a complete reconquista of the reconquista at this point. Morocco is basically emptying out into Spain.
Yep.
France is full of these charming young men.
Uh-huh.
Push me. We go England. I want my money and free house. Yes. England government invite me. Don't push me. We go England. I want my money and free house.
There you go.
Okay, this is what Africa really is right here. I never went down into that portion. I was only in Algeria for an extremely short time to do some stuff. But these guys, I knew group guys who were in like Nigeria and Congo and Burkina Faso and places like that. They'd say that they're barely human in many cases. And you had civil affairs guys in some of those places, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like Nigeria and.
Yep.
What are you looking at?
I'm putting up a banner. But yeah, I've sent guys over to in my civil affairs career, I trained 6 companies of guys of civil affairs operators to go over and do stuff in Northern Africa and the Middle East.
Yep.
Typically, if I sent guys to Northern Africa, I sent them on my own dime with a box of anti-grizzly bear spray. Because the skinnies, things happen.
Yes.
I remember purchasing my own airsoft pistols and rifles so I can actually train my people to standard on room clearing. I had another drill called Meeting Gone Bad. Fighting to a vehicle. Castle Keep is like if you're in a convoy and your vehicles get fucked, you seize a nearby house because all of those houses have walls around them. It's like a compound. And you hold it, make comms until you can get, reinforcements. So I'm very familiar with how that shit works down there.
But we did the meeting gone bad thing. Meeting gone bad is bad. If a meeting goes bad, you'd better hope you've got something in the area.
Yep.
It gets really dicey really quickly. Anyway, all of that's going on. Those guys were in England, but they came through France. France is being flooded with those people. That's what's rioting there right now. We're going to get more to that. But just how widespread is this? How widespread is this? I have to turn the volume down on this one, unfortunately, because
is there music?
There is, and I don't know what the nature of it is.
Okay.
So we're just not going to play with it.
All right.
But okay. This is Frisco, Texas, United States of America. Yeah. Mess with Texas, right? Okay. Yeah. Bonnie Davis remembers those days. She's lived in Frisco for 40 years. Have a lot of bluebirds and sparrows. Frisco demographics. White, 45%. Indian, 33%, Hispanic 10%, Black 10%, and so on and so forth. And that, let's see if the music is far away. Yeah, I don't want to risk it with the music since we have YouTube back.
Yeah.
But this was Frisco, Texas. This was peak fucking farmer and cowboy country. And now you have this. This is Texas. Where high school football in Texas is batshit. I have some cousins down there who have sons.
They take that shit serious.
They take it really seriously. Two of my cousins are their brothers. They're close brothers. And they got into a brawl over a football game between their kids because they go to different schools. But this is Frisco, Texas now.
Yep.
Look at this. This is supposedly America now. And I don't care who calls me racist or bigot or what the hell ever you want to call me. Guess what? Those people have a country and we have a country, but now they have their country and our country. There's the football game from the football field from the school that no longer exists.
Uh-huh. It's just called an invasion.
What's that?
It's called an invasion.
Yes, this is an invasion. Look at this shit. And it just goes on and on and on like this. And it's here. It's here in the United States. What we just showed you in Paris and everything.
It's coming here.
Is here. It's here. It's already here.
Yeah, you're
there
right.
There are parts of New
York.
York.
Look at Minnesota.
Yep. Minnesota, New York, Detroit.
How many hundreds of billions of dollars have been, embezzled in California and Minnesota?
Yep.
And New York.
This shit just goes on and on and on. And then a couple of days ago, Henry Nowak gets knifed by an Indian in England. And this might absolutely start some shit.
Hang on a minute. I read an article on this that because he's a Sikh, he's allowed to carry a weapon around because
Sikhs carry a ceremonial dagger.
Yep.
But for some reason in England, Sikhs are allowed to carry one, but a British man cannot.
Yeah, British women cannot carry pepper spray to protect themselves from the other skinned people that are invading their country.
Right, and if you bring up the fact that they're protecting themselves from one of those other people, she will also catch a racism charge.
Yeah,
that's the thing in England. This here in the turban, this is him in the blue dress over here. He's the one who stabbed Henry Nowak. And I can't click the play button on the.
Come on! Come recording him. Come on, man.
Where's the You
got big problem, mate.
Where's
you got big problem? Not nice.
This is bullshit, man.
Yeah, they're speaking whatever fucking language they speak. It bothers me to say that because I'm a linguist. I speak several languages, but I am now so angry that I don't care anymore.
Yep. And that, just so everybody knows, that is not the video of the incident. That is a previous incident.
That is the previous incident. They knew this guy was dangerous. He was stealing swords from other people, and he was getting in fucking sword fights and knife fights in the street. And they did nothing about him at all. The English, however, are getting a little peeved about the entire thing. Hang on, I'm going to close out some of these tabs here real fast so that my computer doesn't do anything crazy. But this is a... I clicked the stop sharing button. Why? Shoestring budget. That's why. Share. The British citizenry have had enough. The Nowak thing might have pushed the button.
Enough is enough. Now, I don't want to embarrass myself or my family by putting myself out there this way, but I can't contain this anymore. I'm so angry. I'm so hateful. I'm so resentful towards these situations that keep happening day after day in this country. But not just the situations, the people, the millions of us that just keep hearing about them and doing nothing. Because we're okay, because we can come home, lock our door, our family's safe, we're fed, we're clothed. It's okay to ignore it. Or we talk about it and we say how bad it is, but do nothing. It's not okay. That boy was 18 years old, and in his time of need, when he's dying after being stabbed multiple times, choking on his own blood, you can hear it in his voice. It chokes me up. My kids are not a million miles away from being 18. Imagine being the parents watching that video of our kids. It could be you next. It could be your family. We've got to stand united against this now. The government are treating people differently because of their ethnicity. This narrative is getting us killed. They said he was racist. This dangerous narrative is getting people killed. And where's the media? Where's the left? Where's the government that keep pushing this shit out, that is causing this shit to happen? Nowhere. Nowhere to be seen in our time of need as a people, as a country. We've got to do more ourselves. Now, I'm not the toughest man, but I'm brave enough to put this out there and hopefully get you guys believing that you can do a bit more. We can always do a little bit more than we're currently doing, because we've got to stand together and stop this shit from happening now.
Now, Pop, you're going to know this as well. More than rage or anger, the most dangerous man by far is a man who is pushed to tears out of desperation.
Yeah. A guy who has nothing left to lose.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's got nothing left to lose, and he knows it. And he's so exasperated that it has brought him to the edge of tears. That is just one example video. There are now dozens and dozens. These are starting to pile up in England. And for a little taste of what this kid is talking about,
I'm just wondering, when is the IRA going to start doing some shit?
The IRA became a Marxist organization in the early 1960s, unfortunately. I don't know if it's effective, but one thing is true. Well, the poet G.K. Chesterton of Wales, I think he's from, said the Irish are the people that God made mad, for all of their wars are merry and all of their songs are sad. So at some point, what that basically means is the Irish are going to fight, because they'll just get pissed off and decide that they have to have a fight.
Well, we'll see.
It might not be the IRA, but it will be an organization similar to that in nature that just goes to town. Ireland's being flooded right now. But This was Paris yesterday. This is Paris.
Wow.
That's Paris, France.
Are they breaking coconuts? What?
Yes, and wearing what looks like togas they have shit in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fucking say it. Paris was better off under the Germans. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is bad, man.
Yeah. That's Paris today, after those riots. That's Paris. That just happened in Paris. Maybe yesterday morning, or because they're 5-6 hours ahead of us, I believe. Something along those lines.
Yep.
But yeah. So what really happened in Paris? What really happened that nobody wants to fucking talk about? This happened all over the streets.
Il y a des Algériens, il y a des Tunisiens, il y a des Marocains, il y a des Sénégalais, il y a ce que tu veux. Marine, on est là, ma gueule. On a fait plus vite que les Allemands, on a pris Paris en 3 heures. Les Allemands, ils l'ont pris en 24 heures. Regarde, filme tout autour de toi. Il y a des Algériens, il y a des Tunisiens, il y a des Marocains, il y a des Sénégalais. Il y a ce que tu veux. Marine, on est là, ma gueule. On a fait plus vite que les Allemands.
Yep.
That's a declaration. When these guys say shit like this, when the Middle Easterners say, when the Muslims say stuff like this, believe them. They believe that they have taken Paris.
Yep.
Now, if they are not stopped, they will proceed to subdue the locals. And, well,
then it's over.
Yeah, that doesn't end well. That doesn't end well. That has happened in Dearborn, Michigan is gone, pretty much. Hamtramck is gone, pretty much. There are Houston, I understand, is toast. I had guys on the internet telling me Berlin is already done. We know London's cooked. We know Birmingham is cooked. This is happening. Minnesota, Somalia, Minneapolis is cooked.
You mean mini Somalia?
Yeah, mini Somalia. And this is going on all over the world. And for the people who are out there go, you're just exaggerating. It's just guys it's guys in the street, man. They're just saying shit. Yeah, except for one little tiny problem.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brigitte Gabrielle. I am holding in my hand the Muslim Brotherhood Plan for North America, written in 5/22/1991.
They are all over the United States. They're huge in Detroit. They're huge in Houston and a bunch of other places, New York.
This is their plan, titled مذكرة تفسيرية للهدف الاستراتيجي العام في أمريكا الشمالية. This is about their explanation on how they're going to take over the West, their 100-year plan to infiltrate and dominate the West and establish an Islamic government on earth. This plan was presented as evidence in the Holy Land Foundation trial, the largest terrorism trial ever in the history of the United States, where our government handed down 108 guilty verdicts to Muslim Americans and Muslim organizations in America, raising money in the United States and sending it overseas to support terrorist activity overseas. And I'm going to read you a paragraph about their intention in the United States and how they describe their work. Number 4 of the paragraph is titled Understanding the Role of the Muslim Brother in North America. And it says, the process of settlement is a civilization jihadist process with all the word means. The Ikhwan, which is the Arabic word for brothers, must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers, so that it is eliminated and Allah's religion is made victorious over all other religion. As you can see, they don't mince words. They don't beat around the bush. They tell you exactly what they want to do. They go in detail in this booklet talking about how they are going to implement their plan and the organizations that they had set up in the United States in order for them to advance their plan in America. And here are the names of some of the organizations.
That's plenty. That's enough. Her voice is grating.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat made that point.
But
her voice is fucking grating. But when I said when they say these things, believe them, I mean it. I'm very serious. You just heard her read from their plan.
Mm-hmm. And that has been entered into evidence. So you can actually get your hands on that.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. That's exactly correct. And once this starts, this kind of behavior becomes common. When Pop and I were young, if you treated an old person in this way, instant fucking beatings.
You're eating your next meal out of a straw.
Oh my God! Bonjour! Bonjour, non, vous allez bien? Ça va, oh my God! Il est bien! Oh my God!
Frère.
Oh my God! Attends.
Attention,
Non, t'inquiète pas.
Frère.
Regarde! Regarde, fais. Regarde!
Oui.
Regarde-moi!
Oui.
Yeah! This.
They go around doing this everywhere. This is Paris. They do it in London. They do it in Birmingham. They do it in Dearborn. I've heard of incidents of this. There are a couple on camera from a couple of the big rallies that they have. If anybody goes near them, they'll do shit like this. It's conqueror's behavior. They believe that because he's clearly not afraid of anything that remotely like consequences. Nobody in the street is going to try to stop him. This old man can't do anything.
Yeah, he's got to be some late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's just absolutely petrified. But the young man we saw earlier, who is getting desperate, other things have been happening in England as well. The people have really reached a boiling point there. This is the first time we've seen this behavior. Listen to this. That massive mob has about a company's worth of cops, about 40 cops surrounded. And the initial "I can't breathe," the young guy who was killed was actually saying that while the police handcuffed him for being racist and knelt on his back.
Yep.
So he really did get George Floyded.
Yeah, he did.
Yep. And the body cam footage has been released. Seek it out, find it yourself.
Yep.
Just to warn you, everybody, it is very disturbing to watch. So I hope you have thick
Hey, can we put a link to it in the chat so people can find it themselves? Or?
Yeah, there will be links to a bunch of that stuff. There's a video that I am not going to show that happened in Toronto just the other day as well, where one of these charming migrants who are here to enrich our culture stabbed a man in the throat in front of his child. And the arterial spray was, I saw it. I'm like, I'm not showing this.
Yep.
This is too far.
Yeah.
But that happened in Toronto.
Yep.
In broad daylight. And the guy just stood there like it was nothing. Stabbed the guy and just stood there as the guy bled out. Less than 30 seconds. He got him.
Wow.
Dead bang. I don't even like to. I'll joke about that shit from time to time because military, we use that to freaking get through seeing shit like that. But when it's broad daylight and it's a father right in front of his own child.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
So I just did a quick Twitter search, putting it in the chats. Give it a watch and all this other stuff.
Be forewarned, it's not great.
No.
This is reaching a fucking boiling point, man. This is reaching a boiling point. People are getting tired of it. That crowd around the police, they were chanting at the police, on your knees, on your knees, on your knees. They want them to freaking pay.
Well, my thing is this is when you have that many people, if they really wanted to take action against those 40 cops, it's over.
Oh, yeah, there'd be nothing you could do.
They'll be overwhelmed in seconds.
Yeah, there'd be.
I don't care who you are.
No.
You're not fighting more than two guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it was even Chuck Norris was on the Donahue show back in the day, and Donahue asked him, "You think you could kick everybody's ass in this room?" He's like, "No, but I wouldn't want to be the first two guys."
I thought he said 3. All right.
Was it 3? It might have been 3. It was a long time ago, but you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know the one that I'm talking about. That was fucking. That was crazy. Then here's Dearborn, Michigan. This is an article. This is a press release from CARE, Council on American Islamic Relations, or whatever the fuck it is. Encourages Dearborn residents to ignore planned anti-Muslim march, calling it an Islamophobic publicity stunt. This is from November of last year. The Michigan chapter of the Council of CARE, a chapter of the nation's largest Muslim civil rights and advocacy organization. Why do we even have that in the United States? Encouraged Dearborn residents to ignore a planned anti-Muslim march. An anti-Muslim activist claims he planned the march next Tuesday to protect Americans from Sharia law. The publicity stunt comes as anti-Muslim public officials nationwide seek to manufacture a fake Sharia law hysteria as a means to distract the American public from growing outrage over unconditional U.S. support for the Israeli government's genocide in Gaza. Both things can be true.
Yes. I'm not a fan of that either.
No, I'm done with foreign interventionism.
Yeah.
I'm done. We don't need to be doing any of that crap. But This organization, CARE, along with the Islamic Brotherhood, are the primary culprits for bringing all of this crap into the country. These are the groups that bring in all the mosques and everything. Have you seen some of the mosques in? Let's see if I can find one. Hang on one second.
No, I've seen some of that shit, man.
Maybe our viewers have not.
I believe I can't remember what city it is in Texas. It might be Austin, Houston, which one of those taken over towns and whatnot. There have been like 80 some odd mosques. The numbers, I'm probably wrong on the numbers, but they're popping up like flies.
Yes.
While churches and Christian buildings and whatnot are being burned to the ground.
Burned to the ground. And we're going to get to that eventually too. This is in Dearborn, Michigan, where Henry Ford started Ford. It was a huge Polish-German community when I was a kid.
Yep.
This Islamic invasion didn't start until the late 1980s. But look at the size of that. You can see a van in front there for scale. I mean, you can drive a van through that front door. I'm not saying you should, but the door is large enough.
And they're starting to attack the synagogues and churches here in America.
They've been burning churches and attacking churches.
Yeah.
How many churches in Canada have been burned down?
Yeah. And what they do now is the churches, as the congregations grow old and no longer attend those churches, they immediately buy them and turn them into Islamist centers.
Yep.
Yep.
That's like the first thing they do. Folks, we're being invaded. This is no longer conjecture. They have figured out how to invade without a front, phase lines, or battle formations.
Yep. And in my opinion, they're using our own Constitution and our Bill of Rights against us.
That's exactly what they're doing. It's human carpet bombing. I've used that phrase on the show before. This is human carpet bombing. Hundreds of thousands of people sent into our countries to just take over whole areas, and they get away with it because if you object or resist, you're a racist or a bigot.
That's actually stopped. That's not working like it used to. The same thing.
It is not working like it used
to. Same thing with the feminists doing the guilt, blame, and shame shit. It's not working on us anymore.
Yeah, more and more guys are like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And that's one of the main reasons they're trying to like feminize all the men here in the West.
Yes, it's worked in Europe.
Strong masculine men will stand up against this shit. Feminized men won't.
Denmark, the guys are pathetic now.
Yeah, no.
They will lose their minds if you try to express masculine views.
Yep,
I've run across it on X several times.
Yep. Honestly, in my opinion, the only European country that I would be willing to get a passport and go visit is Poland.
Poland, yeah.
Poland, and we'll get to Poland. Bringing Poland up as a counterpoint.
Ooh,
yeah!
Can't wait for that. That's gonna be good.
Yeah. Hundreds of churches burned in Europe. What a funny thing you just said a moment ago. Hundreds of churches have been burned down, vandalized, or graffitied in France and other Western European nations, but the alarming trend has been largely ignored by the police because they're being told to by their governments. If they were mosques, there would be outrage. Observed Maya Tusi, a conservative news channel on YouTube. The political establishment would launch an investigation. There would be 24/7 coverage. The liberal governments of Europe would come out and say it's the rise of Islamophobia. But it's the other way around. Churches being burned. Not only do they talk about it in the media reporting much, nobody's seeking any kind of investigation. Why is this happening? We know that a lot of the churches in France were attacked because of the rise of Islam. How did the Islamists get in there? The Bolsheviks. That's how they got in there.
There, I said it. Bolsheviks. Bolsheviks. Now drink.
There you go.
Don't act like you didn't know that was coming. Why would Islamists damage churches? Because that's what they do. Ibrahim's book, Sword and Scimitar, documents a 1,400-year-old tendency to destroy, desecrate, pillage, rape, and enslave by the expansionist militarist Muslims. Yes, that is their doctrine.
It's in the Quran.
It is in the Quran. It's literally their doctrine. It is not in their doctrine. It is their doctrine.
It's in the Quran.
Yeah. Most Europeans have broken from their religious past. Islamists see the present as a continuation of their own. Similarly, Tom Holland, a non-Christian who was shocked to see the desecration of churches and lands from which ISIS had recently retreated, asked himself, what is it about the cross that is so offensive to extremists? Resort to unprintable barbarism. Here's the thing. The cross was something that the Romans used. That's not a Christian thing.
Well, it became a Christian thing when they nailed a human being to it.
The Romans have been doing that the whole time, though. That's my point.
Yep.
The Romans loved to crucify people. Jesus just happened to, it was his day.
And it wasn't just the Romans that did that. That was actually a big thing across multiple.
But here's my point. The Muslims did not appear until 640 years later.
Yeah, you're right.
So their animosity toward the cross is bizarre. At any rate, how can such a brazen public promotion of violence do anything but embolden Muslim fanatics to independent acts of putting down the religious enemies of Islam, Jews, and Christians? In France alone, in 2020, there were 613 cases of hate crimes against Christianity, and so on and so forth. This is just rampant in all of our countries. It was, I mean, I remember in grade school, we would sing Christmas carols, and we had specifically Christmas off. And we had specifically Easter off. They called it Christmas break. Yeah. And they called it Easter break. You can't even say those words in some American schools anymore, or you'll be accused of being a fucking bigot.
Yep. And the majority of those schools have the special flag of the month in the classrooms, but we can't have the American flag, can't show the Confederate flag and all that other stuff.
High schools have prayer rooms for Muslims now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I am fatigued beyond belief.
If you can't say the Pledge of Allegiance in school because it mentions God, you should not have prayer rooms for anybody.
If you are a sitting member of a school board or city council and you refuse to say the Pledge of Allegiance, you need to be removed immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Swear an oath to the Constitution.
Yes.
Meanwhile, they're just immigrants. They're just here to seek a better life. Must-see video, 35 Muslim compounds in U.S. training terrorists. Ann Arbor, Michigan.
I sent you that one.
I know.
Yeah.
The Muslim Brotherhood must understand that their work in America is kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands. We just heard that woman read that. Brigitte, what's her name? Sorry. I don't care anymore.
Yep.
And the hands of the believers, so it is eliminated, and Allah's religion is made victorious over all other religions. They're well on their way of achieving grand jihad in America. These terrorist training compounds are just one example of what radical Muslims are doing in the United States. There are Muslim terror training compounds all over the United States. There's at least 3 in Michigan. They came out years ago, and nobody did anything. And I remember everybody seeing this news come out and wondering, what the fuck? Why isn't anybody doing anything?
The group is responsible for over 50 attacks on U.S. soil and has over 35 compounds right here in our very own nation. Now, a new investigation by the Christian Action Network has uncovered some disturbing information about the spread of homegrown terrorists and what they mean for America. It's a frightening thought. Islamic terrorist training camps right here in America, in our backyards. The group Muslims of America, or Jamaat al-Furqa, as they're called in Pakistan, have established over 35 communities across the U.S. The group claims to be peaceful, but a videotape uncovered by the Christian Action Network shows that they can have a much more sinister side. The video, called The Soldiers of Allah, features Sheikh Mubarak Ali Ghanali, the mastermind and the leader of the group here in the U.S.
We are establishing training camps. You can reach us, at Roanoke Open University offices in upstate New York, or in Canada, or in Michigan, or in South Carolina, or in Pakistan, wherever we are, you can reach us.
He's saying you can reach us. This is
also,
yeah.
You check out the YouTube comments. I put a link there to Zombie Apocalypse.
Oh, yeah.
And it's from 2017 when I cover how easily a group like this could do mass casualty events especially in and around Michigan.
Well, here, where's the YouTube comments? I'll put this in the YouTube and the Rumble comments. Here is population invasion. Pop that into the Rumble over on this side of the house that we did in January of 2024, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Talking about all of this.
I've been talking about this for years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I'm old. There's nothing I could do about it other than talk about it. So,
yeah. And what really boils my blood, all these people can buy up all this land, build all these buildings, and have their own private little commune. But God forbid the white people that are here in America that are sick of this shit, they try to do the exact same thing. And someone that may or may not be ish about some things, they come in and they shut it down and they sue and they shut you down. They debank you, get you fired from your job, and all this other stuff. It's like,
there was a guy in the Ozarks that tried to build a white community, and he was immediately mauled by the media. Yep. Absolute fucking fact. And then there's this little fact.
So I actually couldn't believe this stat was real until I looked it up myself. But there's been over 65,000 Islamist terror attacks since 9/11. 65,000 spread over 70 countries. And we're not supposed to draw any conclusions from this, right? They're just coincidences. 65,000 coincidences. And just in case you think I'm cherry-picking data, which would be a natural conclusion, you might ask, what about the other religions? So let's look at them. If you take the world's other 4 major religions, Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism, and Buddhism, those 4 religions combined account for roughly 2% of all religiously motivated terror attacks. Islam is responsible for the other 98%. And by the way, no one is more knowledgeable about this fact than the Muslim leaders themselves, who have been very successful imprisoning, eliminating, and sending away all of their true believers into the arms of white liberals in the West who are just so eager to bring them in.
Wow. We got
98% of the terror attacks.
We got to get those stats and get them up on the Redonkulous website, man, because that is damning.
65,000 attacks.
Wow.
But if we point those out, we are Islamophobic and whatnot. No, I'm sorry.
We're istophobic. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sick and tired of people putting phobia at the end of any trigger word. It's not. We don't have an irrational fear of. We have a rational disdain for.
I went and looked up. Hang on, you got to understand why they put that phobia in there. That's a shame word, because you're like, oh, you're afraid of that, so you should be shameful.
Yeah, you know who came up with that kind of language? Trotsky.
The Bolshevik.
And what was Trotsky?
He was a Bolshevik.
Bolsheviks. Drink.
I'm serious. We need to track down that stat of the 65,000 and then the 2%, because I want to have.
We go for the traders first.
Yep.
Well, do me a favor, supporters. Dig those stats up and send them to me at redonkulous12@gmail.com. I need to have those because that is damning.
Now, this next clip here, we've heard Matt Bracken, the SEAL, say this before, but this is EM Burlingame. He's another Green Beret. He is extremely well read. I go back and forth with him occasionally on X, and he's written some very good articles. But what he says here is spot the Ukfe on.
We go for the traders first. Always.
So
we go for the traders first, then we deal with the invaders.
Ooh.
That's why the Anglosphere is still around. That's why we as a distinct people over more than 1,000 years are still here, and why we've been the dominant peoples for the last 300 years.
Okay.
When the Saxon moves, we move against our traders first.
I want to see that. I want to live long enough to see that. I really do.
Yeah. I really, really, really want to live long enough.
I'm not participating, but I'll be in the background with a camera on my forehead, eating popcorn, going, ooh, oh.
Now, Yeah, exactly. To that point, this is the other video that was in this same clip. I said that the English lads are getting a little tired, and they are in fact going after the traitors. What's this? Why, this is a dumpster fire, kids. How metaphorical.
Out of the way! Get out of the way! Fucking into it! This is what I mean. When it comes to taking exploitation of us vulnerable in society, you have to expect this sort of reaction. Civil unrest is the inevitability of mass migration. As soon as an area is demographically replaced, this is what happens, because people no longer recognize the Britain that they previously knew from their generation, from their family, from their ancestors.
All right.
That's going on in England right now. That was today.
Here's a tactic that I've seen that we actually talked about when I was in Iraq. And it's very easy to do it. They used it during World War II against the Germans. The Islamists have used it against Israel quite a few times. And it's really easy to do. You get a group of people, all of them get, a cocktail that catches on fire, and they just run up in mass, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. You have to shoot everyone carrying that stuff before it can be done. And I'm not saying that should happen. I don't want to see that, but that is the next evolution of what comes after they're pushing these.
It will happen. It will happen. It is a matter of time and location. That's all.
Yeah. And then, and I get it, but here's the thing is, once that kind of unrest gets to that level, like England they don't have any firearms, and neither does France, but you just wait, because there's people out there who are evil geniuses like me, who will figure out a way to make that happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what really
going to be on?
What really kills me, metaphorically, is I've been looking at all of the shit that's been going on over there, and I'm seeing these people allegedly from the UK, always check your sources and whatnot.
Allegedly,
they're saying, "Oh, we can't be doing this, mate. We know better than them. This is Antifa kind of thing and whatnot." I'm like, a young man was stabbed, called a racist, was denied medical attention, was handcuffed.
He was basically murdered by that cop.
Bled to death.
Jimmy, here's the actual photo. This is the police officer's authenticated body cam photo.
Yep.
Pop, you know what that hand means.
Mm-hmm. His blood pressure is going to zero.
It's gone. He's gone. When you turn chalk like that,
you're gone.
When you turn to chalk like that, that's it. You're toast.
Yeah, and these same police officers took a knee for a dude that paid with a fake $20 bill.
Yep.
Overdosed on fentanyl.
Yep.
Got 3 fucking funerals with a solid gold casket.
It wasn't solid gold.
Well,
it was almost. It was plated gold, Pop.
Okay.
It was. Now I want you to look at this photo real quick. Let me stop you real fast here. Let's look at this photo real quick.
Hang on.
This is bad news for those police. That hand is almost in the fist pose of resistance, but it's being handcuffed and he's being held down. And the hand above, clearly a female, has accidentally formed a claw because she's wearing gloves over her fancy manicure as she's holding this guy down as he dies in their custody. When you take an iconic photograph like that, shit like this happens.
This is what you get.
That
the GIF on the right hand side is
I'm so stealing this. Yeah. You get photos like this. You get imagery like this. They accidentally created a very powerful weapon. with that photograph that when they released that body cam, because they wanted some disclosure. They wanted to say, oh, here's the actual body cam footage. Look, we had to arrest him. This came out of it.
Well, hang on. All right. One good tool that would be useful against what's happening is if we could get our fucking media back. It's all bought and paid for now.
We did an episode on that.
Yeah, I know.
The CIA literally owned our media by the 80s.
Yeah. We need to get our media back and take it out of the hands of the alphabet agencies and put it back in the hands of the people.
Yep.
Because I can almost guarantee you they've been probably hiding all kinds of shit. And if that actually came out and honestly to the American people, there would be outrage. It would really go off the chain, man.
Bizarrely, Elon Musk has actually been encouraging citizen journalism, and the news media is starting to lose its power, and a lot of stuff like we just showed is beginning to get out now, and a lot more people are starting to produce stuff, and a lot more people are starting to get encouraged by this behavior.
And we're one of them.
We're one of them. This will only go on so long. You can only push a people for so long. We are, you know what? I hesitate to talk about this because you're going to be called a racist. I don't care. Look.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
How many, isn't it? Haven't we said this before? You know, I've been called an istophobe igotist, and I literally don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I'm just telling the truth.
What's the?
Hang on.
I just don't want to risk dings on YouTube.
Hang on. Well, the thing is we're covering statistics. We're covering actual historical facts. We're covering what's happening on the ground. And maybe they don't like the way we say it, and I can understand that, but it's still truthful.
But I don't care anymore. So here's the deal, though. One thing is true about white culture, and I don't care who says what about this. We are a patient race. We will put up with a ton of shit. But when you push us to a point, we burn whole continents to the ground.
Yeah. Do you want to see the white man chimp out? Because the white man is going to chimp out, and well,
we don't chimp out. We form phalanxes and salt the earth behind us.
Yes.
As we go.
Yes.
Oh, here's the thing. Okay. We need to figure. Well, we already know who's doing this. All right.
Yeah.
So
we've done shows that we have to do this show again.
Yeah. Until it gets to the breaking point, I really don't see anything happening. You know, once it gets to the breaking point and people say, "Oh, this is enough," then you're going to start seeing the mob.
Yeah.
And that mob justice is absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's going
to be bad.
Absolutely.
We don't encourage mob justice,
but we understand
it.
Yeah. And listen, we're just talking about historic examples. This has happened in throughout history.
Yeah.
Like the signing of the Magna Carta. There was a huge uprising that led to that. Or the peasant revolt of 1381, where the people just said, fuck it. And if they would have just continued on for another 2 weeks, the monarchs of Europe would have been wiped the fuck out.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, there's historic examples for this.
Because they couldn't sustain the life. You know what? If we had been there back in the day and could speak the language of the time, I bet we could have won that, because we would have gone, no, wait. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to form some small units, and we're going to fuck their logistics right in the goat ass. Because that's their weak spot.
Yeah.
Those baggage trains. And they knew enough to hit baggage trains, but they weren't as good at it as everybody is today. And because those wars, those battles, those hits on the baggage trains was the history that we used and built the tactics that we use today. That's where all of those tactics come from. So now we've perfected it. If we could go back to like 1340, we could probably end a whole bunch of wars just by picking off their logistics at the source.
Yeah.
And they would have never gotten the guys there. Or the guys would have arrived and just been sitting there on their horses going, oh Oh shit.
And we have no water or food.
No
We're
water,
gonna
no
get-
food, no arrows, no siege weapons.
We're gonna get fucked, aren't we?
That's
Yes,
bad,
you
isn't it?
are.
Jacques, I think we are going to die.
But yeah,
But-
man, and this is serious business.
Yeah, it is. We're joking about it, but it is extremely serious.
And look, I myself don't want to see any of this violence. I really don't. But I have a feeling before I, burn in, we're gonna see this shit go down. Either a two-way rifle range
Mm-hmm.
or some kind of really huge civil unrest, which usually leads to the two-way rifle range. And in the beginning of the two-way rifle range, you're going to see a lot of these problems get mopped up.
Yeah.
And then it's going to devolve into an official two-way rifle range, because before it actually kicks off, there's always just a huge amount of violence.
Well, as the gentleman earlier said, the traitors will be dealt with, and then the invaders.
Yes.
So
E.M. Burlingame, he writes a couple of articles on Twitter that are well worth reading. He's a pretty decent guy.
Yep.
He has some funny ideas. He likes fruity drinks. Pop, you'd probably get along with him.
Also, I want to put this out because I think we've got a lot more people on YouTube now. We have been remonetized on YouTube. So if you want to send in some super chats, we could really use the money. All right.
I took a look at that, Pop. We are remonetized. We cannot take super chats there.
Why?
We can monetize the videos and the live streams. We unfortunately, because I got it pulled up right now. I got top chat, live chat. There is no supporter chat option.
What?
Okay. Well, we'll have to figure it out then. Maybe we have to
no
reapply
super chat
for it.
button. Yeah, somebody just said no super chat button. See
Yep.
if there's a way to reapply for that. Yeah, a bunch of people just said it.
Yeah, we'll have to
and send them over on Rumble or on MGTOW TV, because we usually get everything on MGTOW TV. I know the owner.
Yeah, I talk to the owner over there too sometimes.
Yeah,
hang
he's
on.
a pretty good dude too.
He seems to be. I have not had like an actual serious interaction with him, but stand by. I've got the Redonkulous Twitter up. That is Redonkulous Pop is the handle on Twitter. And there is more than one way to skin a cat.
Okay. Well, we'll have to figure out how to get the super chat thing turned on again.
Here are for the YouTube crowd, here are the QR codes. The Cash App is there. There are also Stripe donation QR codes there.
Yep. Actually, I can do you guys one better here. Let me
Okay.
Bring this up. There we go.
Yep.
I forgot. We got the
Oh, yeah.
got scenes going on there.
Yeah.
At the bottom there, scan the QR codes. There's the Cash App. There's the Stripe. There you go, guys.
Pop, by the way, do you have any we'll finish this part of the conversation later, but do you have any contacts in the Green Beanie community still?
Yes and no. Why? What's up?
A guy is looking for a brother.
All right. Send me an email.
Last note. Yeah.
Gmail.com. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. He's just trying to find a guy that he served with in Germany that was in 10th group.
Okay.
Anyway, doop. Where were we? Oh, yes, that's where we were. Here's all the terrorist attacks that have happened in the United States. Austin, Texas, Washington, Boulder, New Orleans, Chicago, Thousand Oaks, California. I lived in Thousand Oaks for a while.
Huh.
That's the Valley. The Galleria, the mall that's in every California movie ever. I've been there. It's huge and it's really fucking annoying. Thousand Oaks, Brooklyn, Fargo, Chautauqua, Albuquerque. Why Albuquerque? What are you doing in Albuquerque? Sunnis and Shiites targeting each other.
Shocker.
Shoreline, Las Vegas, Albuquerque again. Plano, Texas, Boston, Boulder, Staten Island, New York, Temple Terrace, Corpus Christi, Pensacola, Fountain Hills, Travis Air Force Base in 2018, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, Tahlequah, Oklahoma, fucking what? A Muslim yelling Allah stabs a non-Muslim following an argument over religion. And the list just goes on and on and on.
Wow.
And on and on.
The battle dwarf, I've been told they're the religion of peace.
Peace, yes. They're very peaceful once you shoot them. I'm told.
Easy.
So I'm told. So I'm told. That's the story.
You're not wrong, but I'm just saying.
People tend to be more peaceful that
Well,
way.
here's the thing. It's like I spent a year in Iraq, almost a year in Iraq.
Yep.
And I've seen the fucking horrible shit that they do to each other.
They've been doing that to each other for 5,000 years, though.
Now, typically, the
Islam just turned the temperature.
Well, hang on. The Sunnis and the Shias, if they have a common enemy, will join forces to fight that common enemy. But the minute
What I
there's
said
no
at the beginning
longer
of the show.
a common enemy, they fight each other.
Were we talking about that off camera before the show?
Yes.
I mentioned that it's like in the army where you've got 3 guys from the same platoon and they get into a fight. But if somebody from another platoon or another company comes over and starts shit, the entire platoon will then turn on that guy.
Oh, yeah.
They're very territorial like that.
Yep.
And that's normal tribal behavior. That's to be expected. But you need to know that that's very much a thing. It's the same in inner city Detroit. If there were like 3 black guys fighting downtown Detroit, one of them accidentally hit me and I hit him back, every black guy on the block would kick my ass.
Well, they'd kill you.
Well, okay, yeah, that too. But
at our age, we're not surviving an ass beating.
not like that. Not at that level.
Not at that level.
Point being territorial behavior.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm either going to die by this ass beating or everybody's going to get their ass beat.
I almost got my ass handed to me when Pop and I went to the same high school, and the football team there were a bunch of fucking assholes. They were just obnoxious fucking assholes. And I got into it with one of them, and like 10 of them showed up out of nowhere. And I'm like, I should probably I should probably not do this. Because they were extremely territorial like that. If you picked a fight with one of them, like 10 or 15 of them show
up. What year was that? That wasn't when I was there.
86. That was 86.
Really? I don't remember that.
Billy Boutash.
I remember that guy.
Rob Gibson, Carl Summers.
Don't ring any bells.
Hmm.
All right, keep going.
Anyway, no shit. There we were, hip deep in soju caps. DHS strips security grants from Muslim nonprofits based on report from Islamophobic hate group. Really? Okay, that's the Dearborn Mosque again. That's the Islamic Center of America in Detroit. The Council on American Care says that the Muslim groups being targeted were smeared as Hamas aligned because of their opposition to Israeli human rights abuses. The Department of Homeland Security announced Wednesday that what's the date on this? Well, you sent me this one actually.
Yep.
August 20. This is last August. The Department of Homeland Security announced Wednesday that it suspended more than $8 million in grants to Muslim organizations it claims have alleged terror ties following a report from the notorious anti-Muslim group. The money comes from FEMA's nonprofit security grant program, which provides aid to religious groups at risk of hate-based terrorist attacks. Now, you'll have to fact check me on this, but I want you to fact check me on this. FEMA's nonprofit security grant program, the NSGP, November Sierra Gulf Papa, provides aid to religious groups at risk of hate-based terrorist attacks. That I am aware of. They have never, ever given money to a Christian organization. Jewish and Muslim organizations only. I remember encountering this before. And I remember noticing that no Christian group that I recall, fact check me, please do, that I recall, no Christian group has ever been given money from this grant program.
Now, let's just be honest here, okay? There's a lot of Buddhists here in the Metro Detroit area.
Mm-hmm.
And I have yet to hear of any Buddhists engaging in any of this crazy violence.
In Thailand, which is a Buddhist nation,
I'm talking here in the States.
Right. Yes. There hasn't been any. It
And we
doesn't
also have we have a bunch of people from India here as well, and I don't recall any crazy violence from that community either.
It's there. It's just very hushed.
Okay. Well, maybe
And it's becoming. That's why there's a backlash against the Indian community right now.
Okay.
They just don't do the rapey, stabby, shooty thing, but they do a bunch of other shit. There's all kinds of gangs. There are Hindu motorcycle gangs that do smuggling and stuff. I know that's the hardest thing in the world to imagine. What are they going to get off their motorcycle and do that crazy dance maneuver they do? That's all I can think of.
I keep seeing
imagery
of Bollywood with all the crazy shit.
Yeah, with like Harleys in the background.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here.
the girls in their colorful dresses, but like motorcycle jackets. I'm going to hell. We're getting a walkthrough.
We're getting a walkthrough.
Definitely getting a walkthrough. But yeah, the Buddhists don't do any shit like that. When I lived in Korea, here we go. I visited a number of the temples there, and they're just totally chill.
Yeah. Well, the thing is when Buddhists decide to get violent, they're way beyond the straw that broke the camel's back.
The Shaolin monks. The Shaolin monks exist for that very reason. They're a Buddhist sect that decided that they were going to defend the emperor
and themselves.
Yeah. And they got very good at it. That's where that comes from.
Yep.
The monks of the little forest. That's what Shaolin means. At any rate, back to this one here, the foreign policy commentator was nominated to the board of the United States Institute of Peace by former President Bush in 2003, despite a long history of anti-Muslim rhetoric. This has included referring to Muslims as brown-skinned peoples cooking strange foods and maintaining different standards of hygiene.
Well, that's legit.
I mean, that's
listen. That
accurate. I'm sorry.
Mediterranean food, and we go to Bof's. That shit is good food, man.
I love Mediterranean food.
Oh my god,
I love Mediterranean food. I mean, I made chicken nuggets today because I haven't had a chicken nugget since probably 1985.
For those of you that don't know,
yeah.
Bof's is a restaurant here in Warren, Michigan, right off of 10 Mile.
And yep.
I go there probably twice a week,
yeah.
and get their food, which is
so good,
fucking so good.
It's so good, yeah.
And it's not even super expensive.
Mm-mm.
And the dude who owns it's a choice good dude.
Yeah, the big woman behind the counter who has like 3 kids.
Yeah.
She just looks like she's built for breeding.
Yep. Yeah.
She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. We're not going to, get disrespectful on it, but
yeah.
She's strong.
She calls us Mario and Luigi.
Yes.
I wonder who's Mario.
But at any rate, Kerr was never charged with the crime, but the case has nevertheless been used to tie it and many other Muslim nonprofits to terror groups with little to no evidence of wrongdoing. Bullshit, and here's why. Because a lot of the guys who do end up being tied to these terrorist groups are members of CARE, to the point where some of them sit on councils for CARE. It's documented. That's how this happened. That's how it got to this point with this case. MEF also singled out other organizations like the Islamic Society of Baltimore merely because it was once previously under FBI surveillance. And again, probably one of the guys.
Probably still is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, should be. Others MEF singled out for their harsh rhetoric toward Israel. For example, it described Michigan's Islamic Institute of Knowledge as an outpost for Iran's revolutionary brand of Shia Islamism. It is! They use the same dogma as the Iranians, as the Iranian mullahs.
Well, didn't we had a pretty, it was a guy here in Michigan. He had 5 or 6 restaurants, and they were all seized and shut down because he was sending proceeds overseas to, I think it was the Muslim Brotherhood. Maybe it was ISIS. I don't remember.
In Egypt.
I don't remember.
I do.
Yep.
He was funneling the money through Egypt, which is a huge Muslim Brotherhood area. So there's that anyway.
And my thing is this: if it's the religion of peace, Why has there never been any peace in the Middle East?
Not for 1,400 years.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. And that's here in America now. And they want to have Sharia law in the streets.
Yeah.
I've seen that. It's bad. It's not a good thing.
Pop sent me a host of documents about all of this stuff. If you really want to get up to speed on this, tonight's show is for you. We've got a ton of links that you're going to be able to access to read up on. I won't go through all of this. I'll just show you. We'll do a little show and tell here.
Because like he calls me, goes, I need links because we changed shows on the dime. He's like,
because of
links.
Paris, yeah.
And I'm like, you want links? I'll give you some fucking links.
Yeah, and it's just a fire hose. I got like an email with like 300 links in it. I haven't even scratched the surface on the number of links we had for tonight. The U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, Arab and Muslim Civil Rights Issues in the Chicago metropolitan area post September 11. You can imagine how fun that one really is. We have the 2024 National Terrorist Financing Risk Assessment. I've done risk assessments. This is a lot of fucking work. Executive summary, introduction, threats, domestic violence, extremism, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Hezbollah, Hamas, vulnerabilities, registered money services, businesses, person-to-person payments, unregistered money transmissions, cash, banks. They'll use video games because you can do purchases inside video games and move money that way.
You can also move intelligence through there too.
When video games first went online, that was one of the first digital frontiers that we got involved in. I was not involved in that, but we all heard about it right away. We were like, hey, they're using video games, and everybody's like, oh no. Now they're watching our video games. Fuck. Because there's a lot of gamers in the MI community. I know that's shocking. Emerging trends, conclusion, participants. I mean, it goes through, there's a whole list of all of that. But this one is of particular interest to the Sam Westrop says, how USAID helps finance Islamist terror. Oh, there's shock. We went over the whole USAID thing and all of the NGOs and how they fund things. This surprises me terribly, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah. I'm so shocked.
March of 2025, 2 months after Trump took office in his third term. Sam Westrop, director of the Middle East Forum, Islamist Watch Project, is the primary author of the Middle East Forum's report. This is the MEF that was being referred to in the one from the CARE article that they were so concerned about. The U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, subsidy of global Islamist terrorist organizations. MEF has tracked federal funding of Islamist groups since 2017, knowing that Islamism thrives on government monies. All of this shit, the rioters, do you know in New Jersey what they found just now?
What?
Mm-hmm.
All of the rioters were bussed in from Portland. And it's funded through programs like this. It's funded through this USAID shit. If you don't think that USAID money is still out there, you don't know how this shit works. They put money in bank accounts years ago, and that shit's still there.
Yep. I believe
and they move accounts around.
I think I saw a couple posts about that on a Twitter there. There was like all of the people that got arrested in New Jersey, like 2 of them were from New Jersey. The rest of them were from 8, 9, 10, 12 other states.
Yep.
Yep.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah. It's just absolute fucking batshit crazy, man. It's batshit crazy. That one, we've gone through that.
It's infuriating.
We went through the terrorist attacks. Okay, some of this is becoming redundant. A lot of it is more of the
hang on,
same.
on a side note, okay.
Side note. Okay.
One of the reasons that I think that there's so much violence in the Middle East, is there really isn't a lot of opportunities for those guys to get married. So
you are correct.
And historically speaking, no matter what religion, when you have a stockpile of single dudes, it's going to become violent.
Yeah.
And the only reason it hasn't happened here yet is because of TV entertainment in video games.
Yes. And I personally believe that was fucking deliberate. Because they knew the people who are in charge right now, fuck it, the Bolsheviks.
Yep, that's 3. So he has been summoned.
Bolsheviks.
No, don't say it.
Bolsheviks.
No, please stop.
Bolsheviks.
It's showtime. Bolsheviks, baby. Everyone drink.
They knew what Pop is talking about, so they had to come up with a way to sedate those young men, as it were. But it's starting to wear off. It's starting to wear off. Something like that can't hold. The human lizard brain only allows for so much of that activity.
Remind me again what happened during the fall of Rome there, Dwarf? Was it what are they called? Oh yeah, bread and circuses.
Yeah.
Not going to go well.
Exactly correct. We did not rehearse that. That just happened.
Yep.
So meanwhile, let's show this video really quick because this is fun. Let's play Where Are We?
Race hate at the bottom of it. I can't think of a better explanation. I mean, there have been wars in Africa, sort of every week for my entire life, and no one's saying we've got too many Africans in Nigeria. Let's replace them with Indians or something. No one would even think to say that. But poor Ireland, which didn't really do anything wrong on the world stage that I'm aware of, is, in 100 years, there'll be, a minority of Irish people in Ireland. That's a big change, and it's on purpose. How could anyone read that as anything but an expression of hate?
This is Ireland.
Turn the music down.
Carta! 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 No.
Yo. Hello. This is Ireland.
Yep.
That's Ireland.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, let's make it more fun, shall we?
Yay.
This is Spain. Watch. Do you remember the movie World War Z?
Yep.
With Brad Pitt? This is Spain at the frontier. Spain, for those who don't know, owns some of the land on the south side of the Straits of Gibraltar, which is the entrance for the Mediterranean. It looks like this, and Spain proper is up here, and then they've got land across that little tiny strait, which leads into the Mediterranean. This is that border.
Wow.
Madre mía, madre mía. Dios. Qué fuerte.
What would stop that? The guard towers with some guys with rifles.
Spain's president has authorized any illegal immigrants in Spain to become citizens. So this is happening at the border.
Wow.
Suicide by human carpet bombing.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly it. That's exactly it. And that was Spain and Ireland. Thank God they're on the other side of the water, right?
Wrong.
Supermarket cart grill is on fire. Viral. Look at the line. Look at the line. I told y'all. Look at the line. She feeding everybody, making sure everybody's good. I ain't doing that.
That's New York.
Wow.
I don't think the shopping cart grill market takes EBT though.
Probably not. But
wow.
People look at this and go, oh, that's like a one-off.
No, it's not.
Pop and I have both been to third world countries. This is the norm. This is everywhere. And if you go to New York today, this is more and more and more prevalent. Like exponentially. And that is what our big cities
Have
are
become.
going to fucking become. A lot of the other stuff we've got is a little on the redundant side. We'll post all of the links. But to sum things up, Paris is gone. Berlin is gone. London is gone. Dublin may be gone.
Yep.
If the British don't start fighting back, it looks like they have decided to fight back a little bit. That was the most physicality I've seen in all of these events. This is a changing world. And if we don't fight back here in the United States one way or another, we're going to start ending up like these places.
Yep.
And that's why I am the evil button pushing monkey, where the only buttons I can push are here. Because if I were to push the big button, it would have been pressed a long time ago. It would have been bad, and people would not have liked me. But those that are citizens, white Americans of European descent, would thank me for it.
All right. This is just the thing is we keep talking about this, and we have a leadership. The Democrats keep pushing for this shit. At what point are we going to say enough is enough? This is insane.
I don't know what just happened. I blinked for 20 seconds.
Oh, okay.
My end just blinked out entirely.
Yeah, super chat time anyway, so
that's fine. But seriously, we have to start. At this point, it's ridiculous. We need to stop pretending that our governments are for us and that we have to obey.
Yes.
Read the Declaration of Independence. It's written right in there. There is a government mechanism to handle this. It's written into the Declaration of Independence.
Yep.
Amen.
So, with that, I know that's a bit somber. So, Jimmy, change the beat.
That's right, baby. You know what time it is. It's super chat time. Time to get super funky.
All right.
Alrighty. And surprisingly, YouTube let us stay on the entire show.
Wow.
Surprisingly,
yeah, I noticed that.
Thank you guys for sticking around there. I got 287 concurrent viewers there, 221 likes.
Not gonna lie, I was waiting for the hate mail.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. We'll sift through it. We'll be fine.
No, from YouTube, the hate mail that says "fuck you guys, you're done."
Oh, that hate mail.
Yeah,
right. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I have my phone on in case somebody wanted to call me and see if I'm dead or not.
Right. That's great. Welcome to our lives. We lead exciting lives.
Yep. Alrighty. Over on the on the Rumble side, 334 viewers, 158 likes, and 1 downvote. Well,
I like the downvotes.
So what?
Email us. Talk to us. We want to talk to you. We want to know these things.
What was the last show that Blake was on when we were talking about the other stuff? We got hate mail live on air.
Oh yeah, that you got that true-tastic email.
Yeah. We should have responded to that a little better, but we'll put together an SOP.
Okay.
It is what it is. But let's see here. Of course, when I had to open up my email there because Billy Von Baum sent me some new stuff.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna like it, Blake or Battledorf, because you went from selling cars in Korea to selling oats in America.
I'm gonna fucking bust you in the balls.
Hey man, it wasn't me, man. It's funny though, but
I have to shoot the messenger here.
Yeah, well, This is Sparta after all, so okay. Kick me into the fucking hole. Kick me into the hole. That's fine. Let's see. First one from 68 Barracuda. Also, shout out to Mando for being my little evil genius behind the scenes for picking up the chats there because I had a fucking hiccup, of course. But first one from 68 Barracuda says, "Gentlemen, I am taking my ballot down to register voters. Voting for myself for California State Senate District 2. I'll find out if I go through the primary soon."
All right. Keep us
outstanding.
You know how fucking honored I am that we have people in the regiment and people whose lives we saved who are now running for public fucking office.
Way to go, man.
We
Take
got
the
like
fight to these
10 or
motherfuckers.
12 guys who are in law school.
We really?
Yeah.
This is awesome news. We need to freaking. We need to tell these stories.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, all I could say is I've been doing this for a long time, 20 years, and we have a lot of dudes that we kept here, sucking air north of the grass, who have gone on to do great fucking things with their lives. Yeah, they were in a fucking bad spot. They were in the valley of fucking death.
Yep.
And I was able to fucking ride in there and pull them out with logic, reason, truth, and comedy. And I'm honored to do it. I am. And it's one of my few joys left in this world because, there's some quotes out there that a man who has hunted armed men long enough and learned to like it will seldom, if ever, love anything else. Well, this is my other thing else. It's the ultimate game of death. I'm literally riding into the valley of death and pulling dudes out of there with logic, reason, truth, and comedy. And I'm honored to do it.
The three things keeping Pop alive: booze, tits, and saving lives.
Yeah, pretty much.
There you go. 6-Day Barracuda again says, "There is no reason that I should be the only one running for public office. This is for legacy. We need other smart asses and hard asses like you homos on the stream or in the chat to run for something too."
Yeah.
If you run for nothing, you stand for nothing.
Yeah. Now, those guys who ran for office, I don't know if they actually got elected or not.
Doesn't matter. They're trying.
They still tried.
Holy
You'll never get into office.
Joe Frazier, we got some pretty big super chats over there on the Rumble side here. Speaking of Rumble, let me open that up here. Yep, I already gave the numbers there. My bad. Let's see here. We got L Ice Dragon for $1 says, "I suddenly feel the need to stack up on bacon and New York strips to piss off Muslims and Indians."
I'm good with that.
And vegans while you're at it, because
that's right.
That'll piss off.
It's all you have to do is exist to piss off a vegan, though. I mean, that's not really a hard task.
No. But yeah, I think if you want to become a quote unquote citizen of the United States, you must eat a bacon cheeseburger. Ooh. If you cannot do that, sorry, revoked. Go back.
Goodbye.
That's just my opinion. It would probably work. Never know. L. Dragon again says Putin should have multiple crates of AK-74s lost in boating accidents near England.
Well,
yeah,
things happen.
Shit happens, man. You forget to put the plug in the boat. You take on water. You have a little bit of extra cargo.
Pop, do you remember the Corktown raids in the 80s in Detroit?
Yes.
Yeah. Detroit was shipping arms to the IRA. I had a buddy who lived down there. We were sitting on his porch one day, and the FBI storms this block, 2 blocks down the street. We're like, "What the fuck's going on?" It's an IRA raid. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And I have a feeling that's going to get fired up again, man.
Yeah.
Probably would. Got N2 Gas here says, Demon26, please remind people this book is on point for tonight's show. Rules for Radicals.
Paul Linsky.
A practical primer for realistic radicals.
I'll have to put together a whole reading list. I've got a very large library of all of that stuff.
There you go. Mustanger 1965, drop a 10 says, I have a Nigerian jump wings. My wife's mom is French. She visited in the 80s and said Paris was overrun by muzzles then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The Algerians. I actually kind of liked the Algerians themselves. Well, they like to eat dinner for 4 hours, which is a plus.
Yeah.
There you go.
4 hours.
Yeah. You didn't eat the whole time. You sat there talking and everything, but it was very clear that dinner began here and only ended after a very long period of time.
All right, next one, Jimmy.
Anyway.
Sounds like a good time. Mando coming in says, I'm going to say this bluntly. Europe was better off under German rule.
Well, I'm not going to argue.
There are arguments for and against.
Yep. I mean,
I'm just saying Paris has looked better.
Uncle A.H. was not a good man, but, well, he had some good ideas. Just saying.
Let's not go there. Keep going.
60 Barracuda again says, Bridget Gabriel's books are very good reading. Check them out.
But as somebody in the chat pointed out, her voice is extremely annoying. She just has one of those annoying voices.
As long
bitch voice.
Mhm.
As long as they aren't audiobooks, that's fine. Tomahawk dropping 5 says they didn't conquer shit. These people were let in by fucking traitors.
Yep.
That's correct. Every single one of them.
Yep.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Let's see. 60 Barracuda again says, it seems to me as if the cops will end up like the collaborators did after liberation of Europe in 45. Just following orders.
And that's not a legitimate excuse. That didn't.
They're headed in that direction for sure.
Yep.
They're absolutely headed in that direction.
Yep. Mando again says, CARE is a terrorist organization. Change my mind. I don't think we can.
It has a veneer of respectability that is intentional, but there are definitely members of terror organizations in its ranks. And that's how they pull off we're not a terrorist organization, we just have terrorists. That's not the same.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Exactly.
60 Barracuda again says, I am the only masculine candidate for my race. The Dem is an ultimate estrogenic. He's more female in his speech than the woman running for his seat. See, Tomahawk, I like this one. Call me old-fashioned, but I think we can learn a thing or two from Uncle Vlad. Make fancy lawn ornaments great again.
Strong fences make good neighbors. Strong fences made of your neighbors are effective.
Better.
Yes.
All right, next one.
Barracuda again says these guys establishing the training camps are disposable peons. We need to find out who is behind them, who is funding them, and deal with them appropriately.
Also, let us know the dollar amount for the super chat, Jimmy.
It was for $1. You got 60 Barracuda for $1. Says regarding buying land, monkey on phonics, U.S. citizenship should be mandatory. Mandatory.
Yeah.
Yes. You cannot buy land in most.
You can't buy land
all
in
countries.
Period. Unless you're a citizen.
Unless you're a citizen, you can lease
it.
You can rent. You can. In some countries like England and I think in Korea, you can own a building, but that's like the building. You don't own the land or anything else. Just the building.
Yep. See, we got Cave Toe dropping 50 on us, so he gets one of these.
Thanks for your continued support.
Thank you very much.
Phobia is like racist. It no longer has meaning since it's been so misused. Bolshevik indeed. Play something from Gendai. Well, I got nothing from that, but you know what? Let's play the Battle Dwarfs new commercial.
Oh no.
But you know what's kept me steady? All these years of plain old bowl of oatmeal keeps me full, keeps my numbers from spiking. I got what's called diabetes. Doctor tells me fiber's my friend. So every morning I sit here with this cardigan, my cat, and a steaming bowl. I check my blood sugar, then I dig in. Oats are grown right here on good open land.
Fuck you, Billy. That was awesome.
That
The battle dwarf is not amused.
I don't. The thing that upset me the most, honestly, was the cat part. I am not a cat person. Other people's cats are fine. You can have a cat. I'm cool with that. I don't like cats.
That's like the neighborhood cat that comes over and visits me.
I got to be honest, Billy. I'm surprised you didn't throw my chicken in there. That would have been much more realistic. I do have a cardigan. It's very nice.
You didn't throw the BBC in there, Billy.
That's true.
The reasonable BBC, I should add.
That's right. Dwarfabetes, man. I don't have diabetes. I have dwarfabetes.
We got the Dark Saint here dropping 2, says, sent emails to Pop, Dwarf, and Blake on that Islamist incidents compilation. There you go.
I see
Sean.
it. Yeah.
I see it right here. Yeah.
Yep. Sean St. George. That's a good dude there.
Got it.
N2 Gas for $1 says, Pop, it doesn't matter if you're telling the truth. It upsets them. That is enough for them to justify any behavior that makes them feel vindicated.
Correct.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yep. Tomahawk for 5 says, anyone who hasn't figured out that the Caucasians have been targeted for extinction at this point are complete and total morons.
You can literally say anything you want about white people in today's age, and nobody questions it.
Correct.
And the things that get said would get you put in jail if you change that from white to one of the other protected groups.
Yep. Let's see. International House of Whoop-Ass dropping $1 says, as long as the government counts itself as entity, it will cover its own ass. We, the people, will always be taking on everything alone. But once we fight back, we get arrested and labeled as whatever.
Yeah.
Well, until enough people do it, and then it's really
I was
hard.
about to say you can only do that so many times.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can't arrest us all.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
All right, next one.
Let's see, we got Problematicus dropping $100 goddamn bucks.
All right, thank you so much.
Well,
for them dadgum Bolsheviks.
Thanks. I hate that one. I don't drink fruity drinks.
Professor Blake Pooh Ass Bastard 3000 coming in says, hey, we founders of the Toupee Association, we present this wig only one condition. You have to sing all of the single lady songs.
No.
But we're not going to be singing the single lady songs because he wants a singing captain.
Look at me, I wanna be the captain of the sea.
About time.
The poop that came from me, I'd rather steer us to debauchery.
Careful what you ask for, video guy. Careful what you ask for.
That one reminds me of Talcum X.
Talcum X.
That guy was great. I got him to block me on Twitter.
Martin Luther Cream.
Yeah. Yeah, I terrorized him for like 3 days straight until he blocked me.
Of course. Well, you can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen.
True story.
Let's see, Danger Dad 137 dropping 50 on us. Hope things don't kick off yet. I need more ammo.
You always need more ammo, though.
Save your money for ammo because, we're going to give you one of these.
Thanks for your support.
Yeah, there's no such thing as too much ammo.
No. See, Cliff 3188, which reminds me, Cliff, I owe you something, you bastard.
Is that the Cliff Notes, Jimmy?
Nope, that's Cliff on Twitter. He was like, hey, once the Redonkulous thing came out.
No, I got
anyways, he's a drop of 2 says, here's some good news. Amazon has canceled the reboot of Stargate. Why? They thought fans of Stargate would like it, and they would want a modern audience. Ergo, they couldn't make it woke and commie enough.
Oh, yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah. But Cliff, this one's for you, buddy.
never is not disturbing.
That's very disturbing.
Nope. But I told you I would do it, and I am a man of my word.
You did.
All right, we got G-Man dropping $100, so he gets one of these. Jesus fucking Christ, you guys are glorious bastards. Where is it? There it is.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Thank you very much, man.
Says YouTube soon to be forgotten. Long live the regiment. Continue to train us on how to make it. The brigade will care about that burden.
Yeah, I'd like to get to 60,000. I think that would be cool.
Well,
it's only 100x.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yes, and no. I don't want 100. I don't want 60,000 guys to feel like they need to go to that place. But I'd like to save 60,000 guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yep. International House of Whoop Ass coming back in says, I say we build a trebuchet and anyone that can't do jumping jacks gets flinged out of the country.
All right.
Yep.
That's a lot of people.
Can we design a rapid fire trebuchet for some reason? Ask for a friend.
I don't think so. Those are pretty slow shooting things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not.
And it's not even a shooter. It's a hurler. It hurls shit.
I got to see an actual. There's a trebuchet at Warwick Castle in England. When I was over there, I was there when they fired that, and it was easily throwing stones half the size of a VW Beetle, 500 yards.
Yeah, fuck that.
Dude, can you imagine being on a medieval battlefield and here's this thing lobbing stones at you from 5 football fields away?
That'd be bad, yeah. And if it's elevated, it goes even farther.
So I have a question. Mm-hmm. Are those that man the trebuchets, are they called lobsters?
Hey! I see what you did there.
Yeah. I'll see myself out.
That was actually
good, Jimmy.
Funny, Jimmy.
And Cliff, again, I got balls. You got yourself a Hillary. He dropped 2, says also, Jimmy, no balls. Now play the Hillary. I gave you one, you bastard, because I'm a man of my word.
All right.
Let's see. We got Kenj 1090. He's dropping 50. So here's Dave giving you a big old thumbs up.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Says the religion of peace will burn the Northmen awaken and start to boog.
Yeah, something is going to happen. This will not hold the way that it is right now.
Yep.
Yep. Let's see. 68 Barracuda says, hey, Conflict Gnome, were those Tom's nuggets?
Conflict. No, they were not. No, I buy my chicken from another local farmer. He breeds specifically meat birds. That was not one of my flock. No.
Conflict Gnome.
Conflict Gnome. I like that.
There you go. Mando's dropping $1, says, any surveillance of care is fully legit. Those guys funnel money all over the terrorist world.
Yep.
Shocker. Let's see. N2 Gas is going full sarcasm mode. We need a war against peace.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah.
And he follows it up and says, with $1, says, also a war against critical thinking.
We already have that. It's called public schools.
Yeah, there's already a war on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see. Mando coming in, dropping $1, says, you can only play so many hours of Fallout, chosen at random, before the lack of poon gets into your brain pan.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're a younger man, that is a problem. But an older dude over 40, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, I have hundreds of hours in Fallout 4.
All right.
Hundreds. 60 Barracuda coming back says, Franco should have spoken to Fairchild about some A-10s for ship defense.
Huh.
Yeah, someone in the Twattersphere was, I was just scrolling and saw, if you could have any kind of gun, what would you have? I said, give me the gun with wings.
You know how much that is too expensive to arm? You couldn't afford it.
The A-10?
Yeah.
But you still have a gun with wings that goes Bert.
Okay.
See, Mando says, Jimmy, if you want to thank me for getting you in the chats, play the worst Hillary you have. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Let's see here. We already saw Redneck Hillary. Let's see here. What do I got here? I don't have much. How about some no-no square?
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
Oh, Lord.
Let's see here. We got Seals 93 Dev dropping 50. Holy smoking Joe Frazier. You get one of these. I believe this one comes directly from the Cap Taint on the poop deck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
He says, Kenesha Journal shows the Marxist narrative straight from the CCP and marching orders trend wave for the next 4 years. Xi Jinping puts it out every year. And he drops a link for us. Let me bring that up.
Yeah, China is imploding, actually. They have a huge population problem.
First of all, China's population is probably nowhere near as large as they claim it is.
No, it's not 1.5 billion.
Yeah, they've been inflating the numbers.
It's probably 800 million.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Let me try that again.
That's what she said.
Oh, nope. Oh, it's an archived link. That's why. That's why it's not giving me the link. That's why.
Okay.
I will be sure to save that, and I will send that and forward it to the Battle Dwarf because I'm pretty sure he'll like it.
What'd you do?
Gonna forward you to the link that he sent in there. We got Skylane 733 dropping 50. Says, Pop, are 2 AR-15s and 5,000 rounds enough, or do I need more to defend against this invasion?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's enough. But a lot of things people don't seem to understand is you need to be able to maneuver. So you have to fire and maneuver, not just fire.
That's what I like about the range that I go to. You can actually do maneuver.
Yeah.
I can walk through all 250 meters of targets. So long as I'm my group is the only group there. But Pop, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How many rounds should you fire a quarter to consider yourself proficient in your platform?
Probably about 250 rounds.
So about 1,000 rounds a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's a good metric.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good metric to have in mind.
There you go. And Skylane, thanks for dropping that 50. So you get one of these, and thanks for the beer money.
Thanks for getting me some beers. Delicious.
Thank you.
See, we got MX Stilgar, a.k.a. Jerry Conway, in the chat here, says, Shalom, gents.
Hey.
Spain is reaping what they sowed. In April 1986, Spain denied U.S. bombers from flying over their airspace when pummeled by Gaddafi in Libya by President Reagan's orders.
Yep.
Yay. See, N2 Gas dropping in with $, says, Hunter is having a rough time when you can goad him into replying on Twitter. I saw that, and
that was delicious. He was replying to everybody.
Balls off.
Who's
Hunter Biden?
Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden was replying on Twitter in real time and just getting ratioed the fuck.
The funny thing is, he
was trying to be amicable. He was trying to be a nice guy, and everybody's like, "We fucking hate you." You fucking.
Yeah, he posted a video about "quote unquote" being 7 years sober. Someone replied to him and said, "Bullshit! That bag of cocaine at the White House was yours." He says, "It absolutely wasn't because I wouldn't forget my drugs." You know what?
I saw that one. That's funny. I'm gonna props to him for that one. That was funny.
Yeah.
It absolutely wasn't my coke. I wouldn't lose my drugs.
It was funnier than hell. I hate the dude,
but that was
funny. That was funny.
Funny is funny.
I
Funny
can
is an
understand
objective
humor.
thing.
Yep. Let's see, Professor Blake Pooh Ass Blaster coming in with the dollar says, pop question. It's not more of a question, but a request, but bring back Lord Zed.
Well, there's a war going on over in that area, so we'll see what we can do to get him back on.
Yeah.
Yep. Mando coming back with the dollar says, so Dwarf, you saw something throw your mass across a battlefield? Awesome.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
It was really cool to watch the trebuchet fire. You can look up Warwick. It's spelled Warwick, but it's pronounced Warwick. You can look up Warwick trebuchet and watch the videos of this thing chucking shit. Actually, Jimmy, while you're reading, I'll see if I can find one real fast.
Yep.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, if you've seen trebuchets throw rocks, wait until you see trebuchets throw flaming rocks.
Oh, no.
Aerial.
They really did do that shit. They really
jars of oil.
Yes, they did. Hooliganism drop a 2 says, explain the crayon concept to me, please.
The crayon concept?
Yeah.
Well, Marines like to eat crayons.
It is. It's just a thing.
I mean, let's just listen to it from the man himself.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Dave, and I want to talk to you about something real special. My naturally grown crayons. Yep, you heard that right, folks. Crayons grown right here in the good old earth. I know what you're thinking. Dave, how do crayons grow? Well, let me tell you. It's all natural, all organic. No chemicals, no artificial colors, just good old dirt, sunshine, and love. Here's where the magic happens. We harvest them with care, sort them by color. Ain't no rush here, no sir. And then we clean them up, polish them till they shine, ready for you to use them or, eat them. Now that's a crayon. You can feel the earth in every bite. There's just something about a crayon that's grown right, Tastes like childhood. Now, we did try to make a mascot for the crayons, but, well, let's just say old Cranky, the crayon, didn't quite turn out the way we planned. So, whether you're coloring, crafting, or just having a snack, Dave's naturally grown crayons are the real deal. Once you try them, you'll know what I mean. You'll be wondering how you ever lived without them. Try them today and taste the difference.
Well, there you go. That explains everything.
Yep.
I found a YouTube short that is suitable.
All right.
Stand by, sharing screen. It is currently the world's largest functioning trebuchet, but I saw this motherfucker do this.
Ooh,
and
it looks good.
Dude.
Defenders ready? Forward! Ready! Chelsea Master ready! We'll prepare our defenses.
Good plan, Harold.
Look at the size of this thing.
God damn.
See those wheels there? You know how they wind those?
There's people inside walking.
There's dudes in there walking.
There's like 2 or 3 people inside those wheels walking to wind up the trebuchet.
It's a wheel on the other side, too.
Yep. And that big old block of wood that's being raised, that thing weighs like 4 or 5 tons.
Yeah, it's full of rocks.
Yeah.
Yoink.
There it is, right?
Oh, wow.
I was standing there when it did that. Dude, the 5-year-old boy in me was like,
autism overload, autism overload.
Yeah.
Moving on there. Cliff 3188 coming back for 5 says, Jimmy, you indeed do have balls. Now demonstrate that testicular fortitude by playing the Cyst Barn commercial.
No, come on.
Barn, we don't milk cows, we milk backs. Each plump beauty is hand squeezed, warm and fresh, straight into your glass. Creamy, clumpy, and impossible to put down. Folks can't get enough.
Pour me a tall one.
Looks like a vanilla smoothie with personality. That is silky, chunky, fantastic.
I can't watch that, man. I can't do it.
You're gonna love this pop because he finishes off with the people are thirsty.
Oh man. All that needs is a little dusting of zinc.
Oh God, stop it.
Maybe a little bit of nut, Meg.
Next
G-Man dropping 5 says, my point in a post was, you got the regiment going. Teach us how to make the brigade. Most lives are saved. Most lives are lived in silent desperation. Teach us how to pull them out of that funk.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. I'm going to think about that one.
There you go. Let's see, Mando coming back says, stream idea for you MiG-15s. Reacting to clips of ancient weapons being used. There should be a lot of options.
Yeah.
I'm down for an ancient weapons episode. You want to do an ancient weapons episode?
I don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah.
Dwarf's historian boner just popped up.
It's
no
true.
homo.
Well, I got all kinds of swords. We could cut shit up at that.
Yeah.
There you go. How we doing over on the MGTOW side of things? I'm sure there's lots of taps in the chat because that's whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
Where are we?
We are on MGTOW.tv.
Oh yeah, that's why you're. Yeah, I got you.
Best chat up there. Let's see. Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell says, one special card for you, Jimmy, for 3. Thank you very much. Yep. Blake forgot to email it to me, and that's why I got the. I had to grab a screenshot from Cop Cuffs. Shout out to that guy on Twitter. So I had to grab a screenshot of that. I love that. It's more menacing because I'm a menacing monkey.
It happens.
Yep. Let's see. We got Crazy Uncle. He's got a handful here in a row. First one for 5 says, Battle Dwarf.
What?
Do you know what military leader said this in World War I? Because I forgot. Oh, excuse me. They are desperate. That makes them dangerous.
Oh gosh. I do know that quote now. I can't remember it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I know the quote, but I can't pull the name out of my thinking meat, which is badly damaged now.
Yep. And he says, also, never forget that the most dangerous thing in the world has always been a man with nothing to lose.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yep. Crazy Uncle again for 5 says, number of known violent incursions from Islamists before the Crusades, Crusades 250 plus. Number of crusades that forced the lines all the way back to the desert, 4. This fact has been hidden from the Islamist zealots as they would not fight otherwise. Because today, when the next round kicks off, we have the ability to turn their sand into glass. Thoughts?
I kind of feel okay about that.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Crazy Uncle again for $1 says, I don't know who said it first. White folks are very nice until they are not.
That's right.
Yeah, we tend to be very accommodating until you really push our buttons, and then
geography maps need to be remapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, gets ugly quickly.
Yeah, I can't remember what the what World War II episode, or was it? No, it might have been Korea. You see that mountain? I don't want to see it ever again.
Oh, yeah. That was when a North Korean artillery battery on the side of a mountain off of the 4th Corps area fired on one of the battleships.
Was it the USS Texas?
I don't recall which battleship exactly it was, but that is a true story. And that battleship erased that piece of the mountain, and the North Koreans never, ever fired on a battleship ever again.
Yeah. As the saying goes, you don't touch the boats.
Yeah. That was, I actually got to talk to General Pek Sun-yup. He was MacArthur's counterpart a couple of times. He mentioned that incident one day, and the only thing he had to say about the whole thing was, "Jiwota," which is Korean for just erase that bitch.
Nice. Let's see. Last one from Crazy Uncle here for $1 says, Battle Dwarf, the modern day baggage train is the private jets. Your opinion?
Yeah.
You really can't put a lot. I don't know. I mean, usually a baggage train moves a whole bunch of shit at one time, and it's right behind where it's needed. It's when you fly stuff in via air, unless you airdrop it, it's kind of.
I'm gonna say this about that. Okay, we're the only ones with that capability.
Yes.
We are the only ones with the heavy airlift capability. Nobody else in the world has that. It's what makes us dangerous. We'll put a whole brigade of the 82nd Airborne in your lap in less than 96 hours.
And you get a whole regiment of Rangers in 36.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you're not going to have a good time.
You're going to have a bad day. You're going to have a bad day.
Yep. All right. Meg Tyronin again says, evening, gents. Battledorf, not to change the subject, but your thoughts on that Nazi in Maine, Graham Plantner, talking shit about the late U.S. Navy SEAL Chris Kyle.
Okay, real quick, Plantner is not a Nazi. He was a young, dumb Marine who got the Totenkopf skull tattooed on him because it looked cool. Okay, a lot of people have no idea about history anymore. They have no idea what any of that stuff is. That looks cool. I want a tattoo. That's what that is. Okay,
yeah.
The guy's Jewish.
If you want to get like a cool tattoo, go get a Warhammer skull put on you.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Or you could be like me and just scrolling through your phone backgrounds one day when your dad's buddy's tattoo artist is there. Like, I like that skull. It's like, all right, go shave your leg and we'll fucking throw it on your calf.
There you
okay.
Go. Yeah, exactly. Look, point blank, the guy's not a Nazi. He's a dumbass. He's a shitbag. He is a disgrace to the Marine Corps.
Fair enough.
There you go. And he continues here, says, apparently Democrats are getting skittish because Plattner has become radioactive and it looks like he's going to get swallowed. Maybe. We know Bolsheviks don't care about moral character.
True story.
No, they don't.
Stalin used to rob trains for a living.
Yeah.
Yep. Meg Tyrone, he's got a couple of $3 here in the row. The first one, gentlemen, since the 60s, the black community has always been apathetic towards America because of the slavery narrative. The only blacks that are patriotic are veterans or the family members of veterans. The black community will not fare well with these Muslims or African invaders. Dear black, guess what? They fucking hate you too.
Well, here's the historical fact. In the Middle East, historically, there have been no black people, even though the Arabs and the Islamists took all kinds of slaves.
Yep.
And you want to know that? They cut off their balls.
Yes, they geld them.
Yeah. They turn them into eunuchs. And then you have all of these African Americans want to become Muslim and they don't know their history.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying.
It's just true. It's an absolute fact. Even to this, I told you, I saw fucking slave pens in Algeria. It's still common. And it's the sub-Saharan blacks capturing sub-Saharan blacks and selling into the slave markets in North Africa, which is all Arabs.
Yeah. The modern day slave trade in Africa is 10 times, if not worse, than whatever happened in the United States. So,
oh my God, it's way worse than that.
Yeah.
Go over to Africa and complain about the slave trade over there, please.
All right, let's keep going.
He finishes off and says, if you think Muslims hate white people, what do you think they think of you? Disclaimer, I'm black, so there. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a true story. Good. I'm glad you know that history. I'm glad you know that history.
Yep. All right, last one from McDowell Runner for 3 says, do you guys think there's not someone sending guns to the EU countries for political, ethnic, alien culling? There's money to be made. Remember the film God of War with Nicolas Cage?
I was just about to bring him up.
Listen.
I'm thinking that guy is probably back in business.
Yeah, and we traded an alleged transgender female basketball player for him.
Yeah.
Victor Bout. His real name is Victor Bout.
Yes.
And that was hands down the worst trade we ever made. Unless you're a Russian, then it was a really good trade. I'm guessing Victor Bout's probably back in business.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Last one on the MGTOW side. Heg alien dialects for 5. Alfred the Great was a warrior king, saint, and arguably the greatest Briton of all time. May his life and example never be forgotten.
Yeah.
He kicked the Vikings out and forced some of them to abandon their dog shit religion. Normally in Christianity, forced conversion is a no-no, but if you're forced to live with retarded Vikings, That's the only way to live with those monkeys. Sven needs to believe in Jesus and speak English, or else he can return to his rapey shithole.
I agree. All right, next one.
Nothing wrong with that. Let's see here. Over on the Odyssey side, we got 9 viewers over there. How are we doing over on the Twattersphere? We got 65 views over there.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Not too bad. About middle of the road.
You want me to cover Cash Apps?
Complaints. Pull those Cash App pop because I know there's some sneaky bastards in the Rumble chat.
All right, we got $50 from HKC saying Bolsheviks. Thank you.
Oh shit! Hang on. Here we go. Let me see here. There we go.
Thanks for keeping the ship afloat. It's much appreciated. Goodbye.
We've got 30 from Susie McCarley. I can't comment without going on another list.
It's okay. Lists are fun to be on.
We got Justin.
We're on all the very best lists, Suze.
We got Justin Higginbotham for 20. Redacted. Not going to Fed Post redacted.
I understand. Federal orange makes my ass look fat, and I'm allergic to prison loaf.
Correct.
Yep. Is that all of them there, Popster?
That's all of them.
That's all. All righty. Let's see here. Mando, he's coming in on the Murmble side for $1. It was the USS Wisconsin. Temper.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep.
It is enough of an historical event that even the other 4-star in the war was like, that was such a cool thing. Chiwata. Just erase that bitch.
That was awesome. All right, we got Jack Boy dropping $1. How's it going there, Jackal? We can avenge all those European knights that died to keep the Islamists at bay, and no one would really care. The Dunecoons evaporating like water on a Texas summer day.
I find myself strangely comfortable with that. Carry on.
Yep. And Jackal again says Stalin ran brothels, robbed trains, and he was the HR of the early Soviet government. He was a soulless, cold-hearted man bitch since the beginning, and an Orthodox altar boy before moving to the city.
All true.
There you go.
Yep.
Tomahawk dropping 5, and that'll be the last one for the night. Says sneaky like an Irish freedom fighter. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that catches us all up to the Cash Apps and the super chats there. So, final words.
No,
more for himself.
I hope I provided some information tonight. And seriously, take this seriously. This is real. We are at war. At this point, we are obviously, clearly at war. And it's real. Show up at your city meetings, show up at your county meetings, whatever you have to do, and bring them some of this stuff and make them understand that, this is for real. This is for all the cards, kids.
Yep.
There you go. Alrighty, Popster, you know what time it is.
All right, everybody. I do this to keep guys north of the grave and still sucking air. So here we go. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. It's not going to work out for you. If you absolutely must fornicate, wear a condom, take it with you, or flush it down the toilet and watch go all the way down. Why? Women are sneaky bitches. And child support does last 18 to 21 years, depending upon the state you are in. Rack up, pack up, and stack up. There's safety in numbers. And maintain your situational awareness, because if you're going to be attacked, something in the environment will have changed. It's up to you to see it. And last but not least, I'm sick and tired of throwing you sons of bitches into the dirt because you're taking a permanent solution to a temporary problem. You need to play the long game. You have no idea what the future holds for you, and it could literally change on a dime. So you need to stay in the fight. And if everything else fails, live at a motherfucking spite. And always remember, Uncle Pop is here cheering for you for all of your victories, even the ones you can never tell anyone about. Boom, beer me.
Let's see here. There's the button I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. It's like I'm fucking rusty. Son of a bitch.
You have a Jesus Christ button?
Huh?
What?
I made
AI video.
No, I don't. But you guys all know me. I gotta take my crown off from the evil button pushing monkey and be the evil shilling button pushing monkey, because get your asses over to the merch store. Because whenever someone says you're an Islamophobia getting
Yeah, I don't care.
So what, comma, I don't care. We got that mug. Be sure to put your bourbon in it, your whiskey in it, maybe even some Kampfschweg mead.
Oh,
that may or may not be a thing and whatnot.
Yeah.
You guys know where to go to get the merch and all that good stuff. And Pop actually said this while we were talking backstage before the show started. The Crusades have come full circle.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Show your enemy no mercy, because your enemy will not show you any mercy.
No, there's no Geneva Convention.
No.
So that kind of shit.
It's more of a Geneva suggestion.
We're the only ones who play by any of those rules, just so you understand what's going on out there.
Yeah.
We're the only ones who play by any of those rules.
While we were there in Iraq, all of the women who worked on our laundry, there was like, I think 50 or 60 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled their buses over on the side of the road and executed all of them. And several of them were decapitated on the side of the road. And all they were doing was laundry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're dealing with.
That's who you're dealing with. But always remember, keep the gunpowder dry, keep your whiskey glasses wet, and stay north of the grave, because it's not good underground.
Nope.
All right.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, everybody.